Welcome to Lunch and Learn with Dr. Todd. I'm super glad you've joined us today. Today, we're talking about the 5 critical keys to protecting your spine throughout your day. How many spines do you think we get in this lifetime? We only get one, so we should take care of it. Perhaps some of you have seen people walking like this. One of the things that got me off my duff, in fact, getting out and teaching the public what they should know about health since I've been studying it for 30 years, is going to assisted living homes. That's something that will absolutely break your heart. You will notice that none of them have normal posture as they're in there. They all have very defeated, sick posture. We look at kids nowadays, they're looking at their smartphones. Yeah, dude, yeah, let's get together, bro. Let's get together for the thing, whatever. And their spines look like this when they're doing it. Well, you look at these people who are 60, 70, 80 years old in these nursing homes, it's a tragedy. Our kids are going to be there much, much earlier unless we do something serious. Most of you have heard about text neck. Well, we're all doing it. We're all looking over at computers, things like that. The generation that's now in these assisted living homes, a lot of them grew up working hard, taking great care of their spines. Our spines need proper work, but they are not living that way. So how do we make sure that when we're 80, 90, 100 years old, our spines are super healthy? I'm going to be running on the beach with my wife, Dee. We're going to have 70 years of marriage. We're running on the beach when we're 100. There's no negotiation. So how's that going to happen with these 5 things? So that's what I teach and preach. And of course, in my house, all this is 100% perfect all the time. I am absolutely perfect. Note any sarcasm that's not coming from me. You're just reading that into it. Okay, so the first component is how we sleep or how we wake up. So you can consider sleep at the beginning of your day. You can consider it at the end of your day. I'm kind of a glasses half full type of guy. So if you say sleep is at the end of the day, I don't really know that that makes you negative. But I will say this. When you look at a loaf of bread and you look at each side of it, are you looking at the end of the bread or are you looking at the beginning of the bread, right? When you come up to a light and it's either red or yellow or green, is that a stop light or is it a go light? Turns out that your language really matters. You got to watch out what you say every day. Life and death are in the tongue. So that's right. So what we say really matters. So how we sleep at the beginning of our day, that's how I want to view it, really matters. We sleep about a third of our life. That means by the time you're 45 years old, which I just passed that recently, by the time you're 45 years old, you've been asleep for 15 years. So it really is going to matter how you sleep. There's only one position that's going to be the best, and it's going to be on your back. There are no exceptions. This is the best way to sleep. I mean, certain people with real serious disabilities might be an exception. But how we sleep is really important. We should be flat on our back. If we like our knees bent, fine. I have the microphone in my back pocket, so I don't want to crush it. We had sound problems yesterday. I don't want to duplicate that. Your pillow should be something thick behind the neck and thin behind the head. Almost every pillow I have ever seen is too thick in the head part. Look at my posture right here. Normal or abnormal? Abnormal. The head should be almost flush with the bed like this and support for the neck. If I do have to go on my side, this pillow is called a head right pillow. It's the best pillow I have ever seen. It looks a little bit nerdy with these wingdings on the side right here, but it is the best pillow I've ever seen. You can get them here in the office. You can get them on Amazon, same price, about 90 bucks. When you turn on your side, my head should be level. That's why these wingding things, when you're on your back, that's too thick. My head should be hitting the bed. But when you're on your side, it needs to be about level so my chin is level. Otherwise, we're creating subluxations or misalignments every day in our life. So if you don't know how to sleep, look at my videos on how to sleep, meaning to get to sleep and stay asleep. But as far as the mechanics of physical posturing, we just showed you. So the absolute no-no with sleeping is on your face, face down. The only exception to that is if you have a chiropractic table or a massage table or something where there's a nose thing and you can go like this. The problem with sleeping on your face is that you're turning your head, creating massive subluxation for a third of your life. Bad news bears. Okay, no, that's not the movie quote for the day. I don't even have a movie quote for today yet. Either I come up with an appropriate one by the end, or you guys are going to pick the movie quote, so that'll come in a second. The second one is stress, alleviating stress from our day. What happens when we stress is our posture reflects that. So it's a vicious circle, really. So, okay, that might be a movie line. So, okay, it is. So the character's name is Spike. He is standing there in the kitchen eating cereal, smoking a cigarette. It's dirty and hideous. It's one of the funniest movies. And he's eating his cereal, and he's wearing goggles, and he's wearing a wetsuit. And so his roommate's like, "What are you doing wearing that?" And he said, "No clean clothes." And the roommate says, "Of course you won't actually have any clean clothes unless you actually clean your clothes." And Spike says, "Right, vicious circle, really." So we have a change in our movie quote. What movie is that? Okay, we have a change in our system. Everyone who comments, either the first one to get it goes in automatically, goes in for the drawing. We're going to have a drawing for our card. And everyone who comments something else they like from that movie goes into the drawing for the card. Okay? So we like this system a little bit better because some people don't listen to this till later in the evening. But where was I? Stress. So when we stress, our spine gets tight, and then we breathe shorter, and we have this constant problem of a tense, subluxated spine. Not a recipe for health. Watch my video on box breathing. I don't have time today to cover it. Box breathing will absolutely change your spine. Now you may think I'm redundant covering that a lot, but how many of you have gone and done box breathing 5 to 10 minutes every day without fail? So that's a good reminder. You need to do that. Alleviate that stress out of your life. The third thing is how you sit. Turns out it's going to be extremely important. Could you please get me a little whiteboard? Actually, there's one right here. Oops. Good job, erasing. Be right back. Intermission. I didn't think I was going to draw, but some of these are spontaneous. Thank you for all that. So, your normal spine should be right. That's terrible. Dang it. Your normal spine should have 3 curves that are opposing just like that. That's an amazing coil spring like that that can handle massive, massive amounts of stress. That's what your spine should look like all the time. When you're sitting in this position at your computer or whatever you're doing, your spine is shaped like that. Possible problem. Most definite problem, especially when you're like that another third of your life. So if you're sleeping bad and then you're sitting bad and all these problems, you're going to develop major, major problems in your spine. And how many do we get in our lifetime? There's a hint. So all day, every day, your spine should be like that. Secondly, when you sit for a long period, just straight sitting, no matter what position you're in, it's bad for your spine. So you need to get up and take breaks. I talked recently about, I don't know if he's a doctor or who this guy is, Cerulo. He's an Italian. I'm a wannabe Italian, so it works well for me. He developed the Pomodoro system. He used his little Pomodoro, which means tomato in Italian, his egg timer Pomodoro thing that told him when he's supposed to get up and take breaks. 25 minutes maximum work, followed by 5 to 10 minutes of getting up and moving, stimulating your brain, stimulating your body to keep your body strong and healthy. The fourth one is hydrate. I talked about this in a recent show. Hopefully many of you made changes. I had patients coming in today saying, "Is this enough? Is it?" And most of them were, and that's really, really cool. I'm glad. So hydrate. When your blood is slightly dehydrated, your spine is massively dehydrated because there's no direct blood supply that goes into the discs and the ligaments and the bones themselves. So if the bath around them is dehydrated, your whole body, your whole spine is very dehydrated. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Half your body weight in ounces every day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you need 100 ounces of water. If you weigh 60 pounds, you need 30. It's even more for kids because they're hyperspasms. Okay? So the fifth one is move it. I was thinking about this movie quote, "I like to move it," but that's too easy. That's Madagascar or Madagascar 2. One of the funniest scenes in any movie anytime is Madagascar 2, where they're trying to launch that rickety old plane and they slingshot it off the mountain and they you need to go see it. Anyway, I digress. You have to move your spine. Get up in the morning, the beginning of the day and move your spine. Do some CrossFit type exercises, do some yoga, push-ups, sit-ups. There is a movement appropriate for all of you. If you'd like to learn more about how you should be moving, come and take a look at our Rhino program, because we teach that every single day, appropriate to each person's unique body. But you've got to have some type of regular exercise. Get up and run, walk the dog, do yoga, do sit-ups, push-ups, some type of calisthenics. You have to move your spine. It requires movement for health. Those discs in there, they only last if there's proper movement. Again, they have no direct blood supply. So when you're moving properly, they breathe. It pulls in nutrients and blows off waste products as you're moving your spine. If you want it to last, you got to move it. Okay? So those are the 5 critical components to protecting your spine and making sure it lasts you a long time. If you'd like to find out how we can help you, visit rhino1010.com or visit the office. Call us at 243-0889. I hope I've been a blessing today. Go out and make it an amazing day.